Hello, 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 everyone. Thank you all for being here. This is Pinkie the Housewife. I am covering this on one channel, not two or three today. Just one of my channels, Pinkie the Housewife. So I hope everybody can just come over to this channel today and let's go ahead and get it popping. All right. We got a continuation, updates on the story of Celeste. Celeste is she's 15 now, but when she was unalive, she was only 14. Okay, so I'm saying the 14-year-old because that's the last age that she got to. Because let me ask you this: if if somebody that you know passed away, okay, at 40, 30, or 25. They still got a birthday that some people celebrate their birthdays throughout the years, even 10 and 20 years later. Then do you say Uncle John is 75 years old today? He died at 75. He was unalived at 75. No. You said Uncle John was 40 years old. Uncle John was 25 years old. Uncle John died at 25. So she was unalived at 14. So I'm going to say 14. Okay. Now I'm not being disrespectful because I'm for the family. I'm for justice for her. Okay. But what I am saying is she was 14 years old, a child, a teenager. She haven't even hit really that teenage coming up. She was just starting out to be a teenager. When we think of teenager, we think of 15, 16, 17 going crazy, running their mom and dad crazy up the wall. And you can't tell them nothing because they think they're smarter than you. That's what we think of a teenager. You see what I'm saying? She was still a child, just getting ready to start to be a teenager, early preteen. You see what I'm saying? Hi, Justice. Thank you for coming in, Justice. Whew. Justice. There's some new updates on this story. There's some new updates on this story and everything. And everybody keeps calling this little teenager, little girl. Oh, I hate when people call her a woman. She's not a woman. She's still a child. She was still a child. She cannot make a consent as a child for anything. Let me go ahead and get my house rules out of the way. Guys, welcome to the Pink House. Go ahead and hit that like button if you haven't hit it coming in. I duly appreciate that. Subscribe to the channel. Go ahead and subscribe. If you have not subscribed to the channel, please do so. That helps YouTube to keep me in the algorithm by hitting that like button for one, because they send my videos out to more people that they think that may like my content. That helps keep me in that algorithm. And thank you guys for everything, for hitting that like button, subscribing, but for all you have done and everything. All right. And I do want to just once again reiterate that I appreciate everyone that watched and supported me to reach my goal. I on September the 22nd. I got to 6,000 subscribers. My understanding from last night, um, I got a little more than 6,000 now. Okay. Thank you all so much for helping me to get there. I could never not have gotten there without your help. Okay. I do want to make that clear. It was you and your help, all the things that you all did by watching my videos, helping me to get these videos pushed out to more people, by doing the replay, by watching my short videos, even if they're only a few seconds long, everything coming to my live, supporting me. Thank you guys. And also the two people that did win the last thing I had going, the two winners for the video that I post, which is name my favorite restaurant. We had two winners of that. Can you guess my favorite restaurant? It was a $50 cash prize. I was going to do one, but I decided to extend it to two people. So Black Titanic was the first person that won, and I do have a video of her telling you how she won. And then Terry Matthews was the second person that won $50. And this is not just a money order or food stamps. This is cash, dollar bills, cash. Okay, so that's how we rolled. Um, that's how we rolled, and the money has already been dispensed. Just they already got the Black Titanic got her money. Terry Matthews' money is on the way to her. All right. Thank you guys. And let me just show you. See, can I find that video of BT talking about her, um, how she got been following from on set. Thank you. Thank you, Justice. I know you have. Let me see, can I find that video? No, the one from Black Titanic. Right quick, and then we're going to go ahead and get on with it. Let me see. Where is Black Titanic's name? Oh, my Lord. That means, oh, here it is. You can tell when you, let me see. Okay, let me see if that's it. Shout out to Pinkie. Okay. It's her favorite restaurant. Okay, this is Black Titanic. I'm sorry I didn't have it pulled up, or I can show it from there, but maybe I can. Let me see. Where's the Lord? I don't feel like pulling up that thing so I can download it on there. I'm gonna just do it this way, guys. This is the same way. Okay, here. This is BT, and I'm gonna go ahead and play it for you. I'm gonna turn my phone up so you all can hear it. This is how she said she found what my favorite restaurant is. You guys, shout out to Pinkie. You guys, my favorite restaurant is Eddie's V in Victor. Now you're talking. Pinkie always talk about once a year. She goes with her husband to the fabulous restaurant that we love. His name Eddie, Eddie, Eddie V, like in Victor now. Yes. So all you gotta do is type in Pinkie the Housewife favorite restaurant. And it's gonna be multiples of restaurants pop up, but favorite is Eddie's V. And hey, yeah, shout out to Phoenix. Phoenix, I need you to babysit for me. Take good care of Pinkie for me. And then when you get finished babysitting Pinkie, I need you to babysit me too. But anyway,
love you, Pinkie, and the fans. And I'm just having a great time, you guys. Enjoying the peace. Peace. Yeah. I'm going to tell y'all the greatest kind of joy you can have is inner peace. And I'm a very happy woman, you guys. I'm a happy woman, despite how they try to portray me on the internet. I am a happy woman. Happy, 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 happy. Anyway, thank you. Love you. And you guys, now don't forget, open Pinkie the Housewife favorite restaurant and it'll pop up. Eddie's the. Yeah. And guess what, you guys? My teeth is ready. My bottom teeth is ready.
Okay, that's Black Titanic talking about her favorite restaurant. Okay, guys. Now, let me just say this. That video is for me and for my use only. Okay? It's not for anybody to take it off my live and use it. Okay? Do not take the video off my live and use it. Now, Sweet Tea, you can take it off my video and use it if you need to. Who else can do that? No, who else can do that? Well, but anyway, do not take that video off my live and use it. Okay, do not use that video at all. Copyright. Do not use that video. It's my personal video sent to me from my phone. Okay, so let's keep it like that. All right. You can watch it. Do not put my video on nobody's channel or use it as their content. Okay? Do not. Okay? BT looks great. Yes, she's sitting out on the porch. She was finally able to go out on her back balcony, and sit out and enjoy the what do you call it? The birds and the trees in the fresh air. Yes. Well, with medical leave. Yes, she does. Thank you, Justice. But once again, that video is not to be used on any other content or any other content no more than what I used it for today. That is a private video just for me. Okay? Thank you guys. And I appreciate y'all for understanding and respecting my wishes. All right? Now, I'm not saying you can't use anything else, but you can't use that video. Okay? Because, okay. Let's go ahead and get on. I wanted to show this video to everybody. Y'all know how I always show videos, right? And this is one particular video I want to show. Because this is going to tell you all a story. This video is just 2 minutes and 38 seconds. The reason why I'm going to show this video to you all, because this is a story I mentioned yesterday in my very beginning of my commentary. And I want to, remember I brought up a pastor by the name Sweet Daddy? Yeah. I wanted to go live last night, but I was tired. After my live, I got in my bed and stayed in my room, in my bed all day, laying down, dozing in and out. Okay? You have to hide. I finally got a little piece from Phoenix and the dogs, and my dogs. Y'all know I got 2 dogs. Okay? A husky and an Aussie. And I got some peace from Phoenix. But I will have, what's today is Thursday. I'm supposed to be, I don't know, is it tomorrow I have Phoenix again? But when I get Phoenix back, I'm gonna have him for a week again. I'm gonna have him for the whole week again, and y'all gonna see me broke down, toe down, and probably won't even see me live for a while. And if you do, you're gonna see Phoenix sitting right up here in my lap. So, because Phoenix is my co-host. Okay, so and I don't know how I'm gonna make it because this rotator cuff is acting up again, and I'm just in pain. So we're gonna. Sweet Daddy is a real mess. Oh, Justice, you know Sweet Daddy. Let me drop my link right quick if you want to come up and tell me how you know this man. Oh my God, you're the first person that I heard that knows Sweet Daddy. Now, if you don't have time, you don't have to come up because I got to get the show on anyway. Um, yeah, Sweet Daddy. That's I plan on going live this evening and talk about Sweet Daddy. Sweet Daddy. Sweet Daddy. Don't nobody know. And when I say Sweet Daddy, y'all don't know what y'all in for. Y'all in for a lot when Sweet Daddy starts. Hey, Justice.
Hi, Miss Pinkie. How you doing?
I'm doing just great. I'm
Oh,
doing just great. Let me ask you, when I said Sweet Daddy, you said
mm-hmm.
he's a real mess. What
Real
you know
mess.
about Sweet Daddy too?
Yeah, somebody was doing something on him, and girl, whoo, Lord, they say that's a cult.
It is a cult.
Yeah.
It is a cult. Let me just tell you something about the Sweet Daddy again. Here it is. Sweet Daddy, he calls himself Precious Daddy Bailey. He's from
Mm-hmm.
Los Angeles, California, right?
Mm-hmm.
And is no more than a fraud scheme all the way. It's a cult. And
Mm-hmm.
it's just like if you're running for president. Once that term is over and somebody runs again, but in this case, if somebody pass away, is not living no more, then they elect a new sweet daddy. A new sweet daddy can come in to the picture. Girl, right, right now, Sweet Daddy Bailey, precious Sweet Daddy Bailey, is he passed away recently in the last 2 years, right? So now
Uh-huh.
they got a new Sweet Daddy. The current Sweet Daddy, let me see what his name is. They got a new Sweet Daddy on the men's in the church now.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see what his name is. Mhm. It don't say. I can't remember where I put his name because I write everything down, right?
Mm-hmm.
But Sweet Daddy is a cult. He is so big. Now, when
Mm-hmm.
they have hymns and psalm books and Bible, they cannot say the word um, Jesus or God when they're singing. They have to say Sweet Daddy or
Mm-hmm.
Daddy. Like
Yeah.
Jesus loved me. Instead of saying Jesus loved me,
Mm-hmm.
Daddy loves me. And then
Mm-hmm.
you hear all these grown old men,
Mm-hmm.
60, 70, 80, 100, hollering, Daddy, Daddy, Daddy. And he called them, everybody in his church, he
His
calls
children.
them his children.
That's right.
That's how he referred to these old men and old women as his children.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
call them daddy. It was so strange to me watching one of his sermons and hearing these grown men hollering, Daddy. Hey,
Mm-hmm.
I almost fell out of my chair. Well, I did fall out of my chair when he came in there riding on a chariot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is, and we're going to talk about this. This, matter of fact, I'll let this video, I'm going to let y'all hear straight from one of the members that used to be in the church. Thank God, she said, thank God she got out. Not everybody got sense to get out. You know what I mean? Some people don't have that awakening or seeing something ain't just adding up, so I got to go.
Yeah, some of them just brainwashed.
That's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is. When you're brainwashed, you can't go nowhere.
You can't go nowhere. They stuck. To them, and he said himself that he God. He said, I'm
Yeah,
God.
that's what he said.
Yeah,
He
he said, I'm
truly said
God.
that. He
Mm-hmm.
did say he was God.
Yeah, he
Ooh,
said, in this place here, I got the final word.
right.
I'm God. I got the final. And he
That
said, if you don't like what I say, turn around and walk this way. Get out.
right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh Lord, they are so. I haven't seen so many people brainwashed, even from the David E. Taylor and the Ron Dennis. But these people are
Mm-hmm.
certified.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and play this video. She's one of the people that got out of the United House of Prayer.
Mm-hmm.
Here it goes. Well, let me make sure it's at the beginning. Okay, here it is. She was one of the. Please tell us more about Sweet Daddy. I'm following you just to hear more stories. And she got it like part one, part two, part three, four. So she every once in a while dropped more information on the church. And people want her to take it down. The church people be wanting her to take it down, but homegirls ain't no, she ain't taking it down. You know how they love to try to tell you to take something down.
Yeah. Yeah.
Here it is. Y'all ready?
Mm-hmm.
Fourth and final part.
Okay, this is the fourth and final part. I listened to one, two, I've listened to the other one. So this is part number 4. But when I get ready to do my thing, I'm going to go back and start it from part 1 where she's talking when she first got out and start talking about it.
I was raised in a cult. Fourth and final part. Let's finally get to the story time, shall we? The United House of Prayer for All People, or UHOP for short. One of the largest and most powerful churches in the country, however lesser known. Because the truth of the matter is, if you wasn't born into this thing, you probably ain't gonna be part of this thing. Let's start at the beginning. The United House of Prayer was founded in 1919 by none other than a Cape Verdean immigrant by the name of Marcelino Manuel de Graça, also known as Sweet Daddy Grace.
Basically, let me just say this and then I won't stop. I won't stop it. I'm going to let it go straight through. Basically, they're acting as pimps. The guys, the previous sweet daddies always been pimps. The one that came over, he was pimping. And then you can see how the other ones dressed from then on. They was pimping. They be wearing their pimp suits and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And they pimping their people. Them people are in poor neighborhoods, and he got this church set up where they give him everything, and he drives it. The one that passed away in the last 2 years, he passed during C-19. So I was wondering, did they get his big overweight butt? But we don't know. But here it is.
I was raised in a cult. Fourth,
So she was raised there. So she grew up in it. If you just, most of the people there are raised in it. So they don't know any better. I shouldn't say they don't know any better, but they don't.
and final part. Let's finally get to this story time, shall we? The United House of Prayer for All People, or UHOP for short. One of the largest and most powerful churches in the country, however lesser known. Because the truth of the matter is, if you wasn't born into this thing, you probably ain't gonna be part of this thing. Let's start at the beginning. The United House of Prayer was founded in 1919 by none other than a Cape Verdean immigrant by the name of Marcelino Manuel de Graça, also known as Sweet Daddy Grace. Now, Sweet Daddy was quite the character that was well known for his long hair, long painted fingernails, long Cadillacs, and his mass baptisms that he often performed with fire hoses and charged $1 a head. So Sweet Daddy ran the congregation for 40 years until he made his transition in 1960. Enter Sweet Daddy McCullough. Now, Sweet Daddy McCullough happens to be the one that I grew up with in this house of prayer. Now, since its inception in 1919, there have been 4 Sweet Daddies: Sweet Daddy Grace, Sweet Daddy McCullough, Sweet Daddy Madison, and the current Daddy Bailey. Now, this church has all the makings to be deemed a cult, but I'm going to let you decide. And one of the things that you will find is that the name of Jesus has been replaced with Sweet Daddy in all the hymns and songs. Daddy is the best thing. He's the best thing. Another thing you will find is what is called the maids. kids. These were young girls that would stand up on the mountain with Sweet Daddy and fan him. Another practice is the passing of the money. Now, this is where people would hold up dollar bills, $20 bills, and Sweet Daddy would come around, pluck the money from their hands, and they would catch the Holy Ghost. Because we all know nothing incites the Holy Ghost like a fresh $50 bill. Now, Bailey doesn't get around too well anymore, so this is how they pass the money now. And there's so much more to tell. I'll be damned if I don't have to do a part 5. I was raised in a culture.
Okay, Justice. She was raised in the cult.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I tell you something, Pinkie. She said, like she's saying, she was raised in it. She didn't say she happened onto this church, and when she got out of college or was going to high school. She said she was raised in it. That means you started out as a child. So my question is, are you really deliberate, or is this a money maker for Sweet Daddy?
Wait now, is she really out, or is she talking about it?
Is this
And
something
then
set
she's
up?
making money off her
Making money
office
for Sweet Daddy. Yeah. Is
and
this
giving it
another
to
Sweet
her.
Daddy venture?
Mm-hmm.
Because the tone of your voice does not sound like deliverance to me. It
She speaks
sounds.
like that on all her videos, even when she's not talking about Sweet Daddy. And people mark her by the way she talks, but that's how she talks. No matter what she's doing, I saw other videos about other stuff, and that's how she talks about. She talks a real low pitch, real low voice. Yeah.
But my thing is this, Pinkie. If I have been had bush whooped, or however they said back in the day in
Uh,
this church, you done took
uh,
all our
bamboozle,
bamboozle. Yeah,
bamboozle.
bamboozle. Yeah, done took all our money. You done took money from my family. You probably done took my virginity because she said pimp and then she changed it.
Right, because
Uh-huh.
that's what a lot of the people that been to that church, and we're
Uh-huh.
going to play some of the read some of their comments and stuff. And when I do the live on it, they talk about that.
Uh-huh.
They call him a pimp.
Yeah,
It's like
that's
he's
what
a
he
pimp,
was.
and
Eh,
all of them they dress like a pimp, and they
yeah.
all wear their long hair and they
Uh-huh.
nails and they
Long car like a pimp,
right,
and then she made a point of saying he had the young girls
right.
fanning him. Well, she used to be one of them young girls fanning him. So my question is, I hear what you're saying, and you telling a story, and the story making money. I'm gonna say again, is this a Sweet Daddy thing? Because nothing you said denounced him. Nothing you said condemned him. Nothing you said, it's just a lot missing because you can't do me like that all my life. And I finally get free and everything is just it's like honey rolling off my lips. That no good dirty bastard. That too sweet for me, Pinkie.
Justice, wait, Justice. There's somebody else trying to come up.
Okay.
Justice for David. Uh, Justice for David. I see you trying to come up. If you need to get in the chat first, so I can know who you are. Get jump down in the chat first. I haven't seen you come up. Jump in the chat. Hang out in the chat first, and let me get a feel for you because I don't bring people up until when you're in the green room, I like to see who you are. I'll have you to come and just in the green room, you have to take your avatar down so I can see your face. Once I see your face, then I may let you up. Okay. But you just don't pop up and just try to come up like that. Okay. Thank you for being here though. So just hang out in the chat for a little while and so that way because we're talking about we're getting ready to talk about David, but hang out in the chat for a little bit. And okay, thank you. All right. That was somebody trying to come up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Let
Yeah.
me yeah. let me see who this is. Just give me 1 second. Uh, what is this? Request. Okay, my bad. Oh, that was you trying to come up. No, no, because it was a different name.
Mm-hmm.
It was a different name. So thank you for being here as well. And welcome to the Pink House. Okay. Um, I'm coming back in a little. Okay, thank you. I'm getting ready to talk about David anyway. David and Celeste. Okay. Oh, that is your StreamYard name. Oh, okay, I see. Okay, thank you. It allows you to delete it. Okay. All right. All right. But let me go ahead and get on to with David. I'm gonna do a whole live on him just by himself, Sweet Daddy. Because Sweet Daddy, oh Lord, this some people been hoodwinked, bamboozled. This is some cockamamie stuff here. Oh Lord. So let me take her down and let's go ahead and get on with the update from uh, the young girl. I don't call her a lady or a woman like somebody did yesterday on a on a news outlet. The man kept saying consensual, and I'm thinking no, because she was a child at 11 and 12 and 13.
Mm-hmm. 14 and 15. She still was a child.
Right, 15. But she didn't make it to 15. She was unalive at 14.
Mm-hmm. Well, her
So
birthday was coming up.
right.
The
So she
day of her
spent her
birthday, they
birthday
say he
in the trunk
unalived
of
her.
that car,
Mm-hmm.
being decomposed by the
Mm-hmm.
elements of that car.
And dismembered, Pinky.
And dismembered that we
Mm-hmm.
only had a head and a torso, no arms or
Mm-hmm.
legs. So
Mm-hmm.
they released. Let me just say this, guys. The body have been released to the family. The body was released to Celeste's family yesterday on Wednesday afternoon. Her body was released to the family. Now, when they say body, there's no indication that they have found legs and arms.
No.
So I'm still saying, are they going to try to hold off a funeral or service or homegoing for Celeste until they find the rest of her? Or
They taking her. You saw that they got that GoFundMe, Pinky?
yeah, I saw the GoFundMe.
Now they trying to get enough money, they say, to go ahead and have a service. But my thing is, in a tragic, drastic, I mean, this is so brutal and so this and that. Why not just get enough money, which you don't even have to have a GoFundMe for, to do a cremation? All the body is not there, and put her
Right,
to rest or something. You know what I'm saying?
right,
Don't
right.
hold off on this here. To me, I mean, that's just my opinion. The
I
sooner
would
she
at
lays to
least,
rest, yeah.
right. I would at least wait a little while.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, go ahead and just wait a little while, but still be planning. Maybe not have a date set yet, but plan everything, have everything planned, everything, and let the family know. Soon as we're going to try to wait a little while so we can get the rest of her.
But
Uh,
Pinky, think about it. If this part of the body that you have already was so decomposed that you could not identify her, you had to figure out if it was a male or female. What you think happening with the other parts? They are
right,
more decomposed now.
right,
So
right,
what you waiting on?
right.
You ain't gonna
Or
find nothing but some bones.
yep, but even the rest of her, however they may find her, that family, some families
Yeah,
want.
yeah, I understand that, but I'm
Yes,
just saying how you know it's her. You know what I'm saying? You just don't
right.
know. He didn't, and then they talking about another person too.
Yeah.
You just don't
Yeah.
know. It just, oh, it's so sad.
Let me see. Victoria said, but we were in the Discord, uh, some type of chat, fun night chat with him. He told her, "Oh, that's
That's the
one of those
Fortnite. That's
gaming
that
chats,
game. That's that
gaming
game.
chats."
Yeah, that's where
With
he was
him,
getting children from.
yes, he told
Mm-hmm.
her her responsibilities comes with being in a relationship with him, That is so disrespectful right there. She swore she was able to fulfill his needs. Oh, I heard about that. We're gonna read some of the stuff from a Facebook and everything. Thank you for letting me know about that. Let me go ahead and we're gonna get the updated information. Nancy Grace, she always got some good stuff. Let me do this and get the newest information that is coming out now.
He moving. That's the new thing.
He's moving.
Yeah, he getting out of that $20,000 a month house that he was renting, that
Right,
his manager was renting. He's
right.
moving
And
out of
he
there now.
right, and he have several cars. So, but the man have not been arrested. I do want to say, guys, he have not been arrested at all. So
And that's
therefore,
what got everybody in an uproar. Why not? Even if he
right,
didn't do the unaliving, you were
right,
messing with a 13-year-old child.
yes. Let me just say this: for him to be, uh, wait, I just lost my train of thought. Wait, let me get it back, Justice.
Hmm.
Hmm, I lost my train of thought.
For him to be unalive, I mean
No,
to be arrested.
hmm, I don't know. Hmm. Well, let me just play the video. My train of
Hmm.
thought is gone.
Hmm.
Uh, this um this is I want to play the update. You know, TMZ has been all over this story. When I say TMZ has been all over the story, they're the ones that's been basically spearheading. They're in talk with the family. They're talking with the people that they need to talk to get the information out to us. I'm trying to. Oh, I know where it's at now. It's in my downloads. Here it is. Wait now. No, that's not in my downloads. Where is it? I'm trying to find it. I just got sidetracked.
Hmm.
Let me just try to find it right quick. While we do that, let me just play some stuff about him. This is a reaction video I'm going to do. This is a video about David. He's talking about his songs, and he got one song that he's talking about that's called Celeste. He's talking
Hmm.
about the other song, the romantic homicide.
Homicide. Hmm.
And then he's talking about it's another song. Let me see what the name of that song was. Oh, he's talking about it in an interview,
Hmm.
and he's talking about how he got started. They asked him about the song. This song is about a. Oh Lord, my throat. I mean, it's just really gone. Uh,
One of those
and-
songs about he said in the back of his mind, "You are unalive," and I didn't even cry.
right,
Hmm.
right. I'm gonna play this, but I'm gonna. This is a reaction video, so I'm gonna play it and let you all hear it. Let me put it up his thumbnail over here, so I can play it. Let me just try to pull up a thumbnail, one big enough to cover most of it up. I'm seeing would that be big enough? No, that's not going to be big enough. I'm going to do this one here. So you won't see myself and Justice, but I want to play this video for you all. Here it is. It was in my list to play, but we're going to listen to it now. And this is the breakdown. This is a breakdown. And the information from this video will be down in my description box, okay? The credit will be down in my description box. Here it goes.
And then I get a text from my coworkers and all that from the shift, and they get fired too. I'm like, yo, they really doing a mass firing over $14 worth of sandwiches, bro?
So,
What's up, everybody? It's David here, and this is the breakdown. Mahogany. This is my first YouTube post. Runaway. Don't run away from me. Yeah. Please don't run away from me. Yeah, man. This is Runaway. It's the first song I ever made ever in my life. Pretty weird song. Looking back at it now, it's kind of like an really abstract kind of piece of music. I don't even know if I would call it music. It's just like a sound. Like,
and if you notice, he's talking about his first piece of music that he did called Runaway. Just like Celeste, when she I think met him online at 11 as a child, and she still
Yeah.
is a child.
Mm-hmm.
And she ran away once,
Mm-hmm.
and not just anywhere, but to him, and
Thank
then did
you.
it again. So when you look at his music, it's almost like it's like a writer that carries out his write books, but he did those things. Maybe
Mm-hmm.
he unalive somebody and cut them up and
Yeah.
drop them over in the Louisiana River or something.
Yeah.
And he's talking about how he felt with what he did and how he picked his victim. It's almost like he's doing, and people want to buy his books. He's a best time seller because they just love how he just makes stuff seem so real in his books. That writer is telling you all what he did.
Yeah.
But
He's telling his story.
right.
Mm-hmm. But
He's telling his own story.
yeah, he's so arrogant that he can do it and put it right in your face in a way that you think he's telling a story, but really he's reliving, he's reaccounting, he's giving account of what he has done. And the
Right.
majority of his followers at those concerts are children. That's
Mm-hmm.
why he on Fortnite. Children. They don't
Mm-hmm.
have the mental reasoning ability to say, why is everything so dark? And then
Mm-hmm.
too, think about it, Pinkie, they own Fortnite, a game that's dark.
Right. That is true. And that's how Celeste came into it
Mm-hmm.
and everything. And we're going to listen to some more of this stuff. It's just so eerie. And he's going to talk about the romantic homicide song too. He talks about a lot of his pieces. And when you hear him talking about it, it's almost like he's reliving it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like either he had done it already and he's singing about it, or he's singing about it because that's what he wants to do to somebody, and he's then he does it.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna listen to another one.
where I was when I made it, I made my sister's closet as my studio. I remember the first time I went in there, I kind of like scoped it around. I was looking at different areas of my house for this new like hobby of mine that my mom told me to do. Basically, background on that, I was a Fortnite YouTuber for a really long time. Since the game came out in 2017, I really wanted to be a content creator and a streamer and kind of YouTuber, all that kind of stuff. I was making montages on YouTube of like my gameplay, putting music behind it, trying to be like the best Fortnite player.
2017.
Mm-hmm.
He was with. Let me just make sure. She was with him at 27. Okay, that's 8 years ago.
8 years ago.
So
And then she
he
15,
was
14.
about 10 or turning 11.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she was about 10.
Either way, that's still a baby.
Yeah.
That's a
He,
baby.
he's sick. You could tell. You can just look at him and tell he's sick. I tell you, it sounds strange, but he remind me so much of the diddler. He really do.
You know what? I was gonna say that name, the Diddler, and a few
Mm-hmm.
more that pick these young girls.
Mm-hmm.
They go after the young girls or the
Mm-hmm.
little girls.
Yeah, because
Listen,
they got to groom
like
them.
uh what's her name? Kelly had Aaliyah
Uh-huh.
married
Yeah.
her at 14. I mean
Yeah.
15.
Yeah.
And
Mm-hmm.
And he married her allegedly because she was pregnant. He got her pregnant. Now, I don't know
Mm,
if he was fooling around before she even turned 15. She could have
yeah.
been 14 at that time then.
Well, they say that they passed her around because not only that, Jay-Z was at her, Dame Dash was at her, R. Kelly at her, and a couple more of the guys in the business was at her. These young girls, they just brought them in and promised them careers, and didn't really intend to have no future with them. He just fell for her because she was passed around a little bit.
Right. And it's not that child's fault because y'all
Mm-mm.
remember, these are kids and they're
Mm-hmm.
around grown men.
Mm-hmm.
These are grown men that's supposed to know better. It's not that child's uh, place to know better. That is a child. Those girls are girls. They're a little girls.
Mm-hmm. And
A
not to
young
mention the
woman because
boys.
they haven't even became a teenager yet.
Yeah.
You can't jump from being a child to a young woman. You got their
Mm-hmm.
stages. Their stages.
Yeah.
So you are a baby, you are a toddler, you are a bigger little kid then, and then you are someone that goes off to school, kindergartner, and then you're in middle school from elementary, then you're in middle school, then you're in high school, so there's stages to this.
Mm-hmm.
You don't just so they take them while they're young and
Mm-hmm.
so they
Yeah.
can manipulate their mind,
That's right.
control their things, and mold them into what they want them those
Mm-hmm.
girls to be.
Mm-hmm.
Those little girls look up to them because they play this demonistic role where they smile in their face and tell them all
Mm-hmm.
this stuff, and then the minute they turn their back, their face change.
Mm-hmm.
So that little girl be thinking, oh, he loves me. He gives me warm hugs. And he tucks me in and sleeps beside me so I don't be scared.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They
Mm-hmm.
own you. And then
Yeah.
they tell you that your mama and daddy don't want you. They have things like that. They'll say they don't want you, they don't understand you. You and then they try to tell you that you're grown and you want to feel grown. What young girl don't want to feel like she's a grown up?
Mm-hmm.
You know, when your kids turn 15 and 16, they'll holler back at you, I'm grown. You
Mm-hmm.
be you say, you don't pay no bills here.
Hmm.
You don't even pay for the clothes that's on your back.
But you know what, Pinky, the one thing that's in my head that I can't shake is, yeah, all that mess he did, that dirt, that evil demon. I understand that.
Okay.
But at 10 years old, Pinky, where are your parents?
Okay.
It has been stated. Oh, yeah, she said she was with her boyfriend. What?
David.
What? 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 What?
Right.
Tinky, you, me, and anybody else, I want to know more about this family. In our right mind, we'll go through hell with gasoline draws on to find our child at 10 years old.
Mhm.
Come
Yep.
on now. I
She
don't get that.
mentioned to her mother that she got a boyfriend named
Yeah,
David. She mentioned to
yeah.
her brother, her mom and her brother, that she got her boyfriend name is David. Even at 11 years old,
But the
and you
teacher
be
knew about it,
thinking,
Pinky. Did you see that?
say what?
The teacher knew about it. Did you
Right,
see that?
right,
So that
right.
means you ain't even asked the teacher. Do you know anything? Have you heard from her? The teacher ain't said now time that the family contacted him. He said she contacted me and told me she with her boyfriend. What? I don't understand. The police wasn't sent to the teacher. Something ain't right, Pinky.
Most times let me just say this, most times when your child at 10 or 11 years old, even 12 and 13, talking about they got a boyfriend, well, give me, let me get his mom's, have his mom to call me so maybe we can set up a day for him to come over. Y'all can play together or y'all can hang out together. That's what you normally do. You call his mom, you know, Give me his mom's phone number. Have him to come over to the house so I can meet him. Tell him he's invited over to lunch at the house, or to swim at the house with us, or we having a barbecue. Invite him over. Give me his mom's phone number. You see what I'm saying? That's how you do it. And so, although you can see what is your little girl talking about. Not that you're gonna endorse this, but you want to see this kid. But then when the child, the child, because she don't know any better, tells him he don't want to come over because he know he's a grown man. And he can be in jail.
Yeah.
So he'll explain that in a way where go past her head. Oh, I don't want to meet you. They're not gonna like me. I don't feel comfortable. Just tell them. My mom said, they'll say something. Oh, you're right. They probably won't like you. They wouldn't understand me by the way I dress. They may not like me because the way I wear my hair, or because I wear black nail polish all the time.
Yeah, I understand all that. But what I want to know is, where in the hell is the parents looking for their child? Who contacted the police department? Who contacted the missing child? Who contacted the school? The teacher sitting there with a tape of your kid on his phone teaching his class not to do what she has done. And
Right.
you have not contacted the teacher? You ain't asking no questions? You is just accepting the fact that she done ran off for the second time? The second
Right.
time? No, I got a problem with this home life. We need to
Right.
know something about this home life.
Right. Let me go ahead and play the rest of this. Thank you.
And then my videos got copyright striked, so I couldn't make money off of it. And I was like, yo, I don't know what to do. I go to my mom, I'm crying. I'm like, yo, mom, I'm not making money no more. I don't know what to do. Da, 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 da. She's like, how about you make your own song? So I'm like, all right, bet, let me do that. So I looked up how to make music on iPhone. So I called BandLab comes
skip
up.
over that part and get to the part where
Cooked, because like there's no AC unit in that club. And then I would kind of make my transition into doing full songs, and I started craft once a day for like. And I kept working at the craft. I kept working on it. And then fast forward like a month, I was making maybe like 15-second snippets. So I made one a day. What works for a Fortnite montage, and I kind of moved to like the indie rock.
Talking about Fortnite montage.
Mm-hmm. But you notice he said he went to his mom.
This was a beat for Runaway, and that was the second song.
Where that mama at? Where she at? Why we ain't seen or heard nothing from his parents? Where they at?
Because he's still not even 21 yet. He's 20, but you know what? So in my book, I don't know how most people are with their family and kids, but my 21-year-old don't make no decisions. My 20-year-old kid don't make no decisions around here. No, you can make decisions about what you want to do, but in my house, I make the final decision.
Thank you. But my thing is, out of all these accusations, Pinkie, out of all this death, all this unaliving stuff, why nobody ain't said nothing? Where's the parents? His parents? They ain't said nothing.
Right. And why his parents and went there and told him, boy, you bring yourself home so we can get this straight and find out what the hell you did.
Why are you living over in the house with a man?
But home, you won't have to come home. I will be right there. Track him, find him. No, I'm calling you up. Meet me here. Oh, come home right now because I need to talk to you. No, you ain't that busy. Bring your butt home and hang up on it. And because kids, I don't care whether you're in the music industry. You are still 20. You're grown though, but you're still 20. But you're still gonna run. I'm still gonna run you. Because right now, 20-year-olds still make stupid decisions.
A lot of these parents, Pinkie, I think, were benefiting from the relationship. Like one CC said that it has come out somewhere down the line that he was giving a little money to the parent. So they wasn't gonna say nothing. And if he making money with all these concerts and giving money to his own mama, she ain't saying nothing. So the parents sometimes, just like a lot of the parents did with the diddler, they were getting money. They didn't put up no noise. Oh, I saw a scratch on my daughter's head. Her lip was swollen. They ain't said nothing. Everything wasn't a secret. Some people heard stuff and they said nothing about the diddler from 1990 to 2025. And no parent ever heard nothing because no parent ever went to the popo. No parent.
Okay, let me go ahead and play this so we won't get too. But you're right. You're right about that. But still, at his age, oh no, you getting in front of me because you're gonna have to sit down.
Like I played it at shows, bro. The whole crowd goes insane, and like I'm looking back at it now too. Like the lyrics in that song are crazy for like the second.
Let me see what lyrics.
What works for a Fortnite montage, and I kind of moved to like the indie rock kind of sonic identity because I was into like the neighborhood and Wallows and Claro and bedroom pop rock soft alt stuff like that. And I stumbled upon this beat on YouTube, which was a beat for Runaway, and that was the second song I ever dropped. And I don't even know, I can't, that day is a blur because that song was such a staple for like my fans, like the OG fans, like that's their favorite song. Like I played it at shows, bro, the whole crowd goes insane. And like I'm looking back at it now too, like the lyrics in that song are crazy for like the second fully fledged song that I really ever worked on after, you know, only playing Fortnite and doing poetry as my only hobbies. But I guess that's like the poetry and me, you know, being able to kind of express itself in a different media form for the first time. But then I released You and I, put that in a Fortnite montage. And then it kind of just went crazy in the Fortnite community. I remember going on Twitter one day and being like, I just posted a YouTube link. That's it. And it was like, yo, you can use my song royalty free. Everybody can make money. And then went stupid because nobody had to like get it whitelisted or go through labels to kind of get their video cleared and stuff like that. It was literally just a royalty free song made by a Fortnite kid that everybody was like, okay, bet we're using it now. So yeah, all of my friends started using it in their videos, and then they caught on to me being an artist. And then the plays on SoundCloud started going up. And then, yeah, the rest is like basically history after that. I was really consistent with it. I started making a montage a week, and I was making a song a week after that for the montage. So every time I make a montage, I watch the montage, make a song for it, make a montage, make a song for it. I was basically like scoring my own videos. And it was a super, super introspective process too. I was like learning more about the music making process at the same time. I learned how to get better at the game too. And I remember I would sit down and try to find things for inspiration because I was just writing these beautiful, beautiful songs. And I was like, my mother was like, where's these lyrics coming from? You're homeschooled. What do you know about love? What do you know about heartbreak? And I was like, you know what I'm saying? I would go on Discord and I would go on Fortnite and I would go on like squad fills and I just let people talk to me and just tell me about their lives. Because like most of these people that play video games the same way I do, they're going to it as an escape.
Now,
So
he didn't go to school. He was homeschooled, right?
That's what he said.
Right. And so he didn't get a chance to interact, in my opinion, with other kids besides being on social media and the gaming and stuff like that. So he didn't, to me, that I picture that he don't have the social skills, and him taking a young child from, and I do believe he convinced her to run away with him.
Of course he did. How did she know to get to him? How she know where he
Right,
live and all that
right.
stuff?
And
And then she ain't got no money. How she get there,
right,
Pink?
right. And I do believe from what I heard days ago that here's the first time she ran away, it was a car waiting on her.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's always he tells he's there to pick her up or get her when she runs away. So that's not running away. That
No.
means that's a predator and got control of your
Thank
child's
you.
mind.
Thank you.
He's a predator. Ooh, did I say that? Oh, I didn't say that. I don't supposed to say that on YouTube. They don't like that word. Let me just say
Demon.
a demon. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry about that, YouTube.
Mm-hmm. And then too, Pinkie, he was in the neighborhood, in her neighborhood,
Right.
paying off the kids. Don't tell nobody
Right.
about my age or who she with. Don't tell nobody. He was paying people. That's a
So
crime right there. That's a
right.
crime.
So
Why?
he
Why?
already had that sadistic kind of
Yeah.
mind.
Yeah. Why he
Sadistic.
not arrested? That's my
Yeah.
issue. What's wrong with the popo?
Right. So we're going to play a video on that, but I want to get to him talking about that romantic homicide son.
He
How
makes me sick. He really
yeah.
does.
I was
He
just
makes
opening, being an open door and an open outlet for like these my peers and my friends to kind of just like vent to me about different things in their like personal lives and stuff like that. And I would basically just take their lives and write songs about them and write songs
So
for them.
he
And
taking other people's lives when people
That's the
vent
lie
to
he
them.
telling. That's the lie he telling. That's a cover up. He was telling about his own self.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah,
Because
he just
this is
lying.
too good. Because
Yeah.
everything seems like it's mirroring his life.
Yeah, what 10-year-old know about love? How they gonna tell you about love? What 10-year-old gonna
Mhm.
tell you about somebody is unalive and I ain't
Right,
gonna even cry about it. I don't care. And I that's his life. He lying.
right, right.
Didn't even know
He
it.
try-
Like it was just the most beautiful thing, and it's such a poetic thing to kind of be able to kind of take somebody's life and put that in a song, and then to have millions of people resonate with things that aren't even about me. It's about other people. So, yeah, that's basically how it all started with this song, and yeah, Runaway is still up to this day. I didn't even take it down. Most artists take down their first songs. They don't want you to hear that, but this one's still up. Yep. This
But
is
people
Romantic.
are analyzing that song now. That everybody is starting to a point where his music is being looked at again, it's being talked about, they're looking at the lyrics now. They are actually reading the lyrics. And his lyrics is a telltale sign. It's just awful. And he's getting ready to say, this is Romantic Homicide. This is the one I wanted you all to listen to.
I'm sorry.
No, they're gonna have me to take it down. We're gonna watch it.
I had to let that one play all the way through, bro. Had to let that one play all the way through. That's a fire song. That's actually crazy. That's the first time I watched the music video all the way through in like maybe like a year and a half. That's nuts. The story behind that one. This is right off the back of me releasing all the songs for the Fortnite montages. I gained quite a bit of popularity on the internet at this point. I had about 500,000 TikTok followers at that point, and like maybe 50,000 on Instagram or something like that. I had just got fired from my job too. I was working at Starbucks for a little bit, and yeah, funny story about that. I was working at Starbucks for a little bit, and I had this discount code that my manager gave me, and she was like, every time you a little short on cash or whatever, you want to take a little $3 off your meal for lunch, just do it. Take this code. It was like 0578. If you still work there, that's the discount code. If you still got it. And she was like, yeah, just use it whenever you want. Like whenever you have lunch, just use the code, no problem. I was like, bet. So I used it for like maybe 3 weeks straight. I used the code maybe like a couple of times. It wasn't even that many times. And I would train people. Like when we had new hires, I would train them too. I'd be like, yo, so the manager was like, if you ever short on cash, just use this code. Like you're totally good. You're an employee, you work here, this employee discount, you got it. And they're like, okay, cool. We all using it. It's like 8 of us using it. And then fast forward to 3 weeks later, manager come in, she's like, yo, the big boss want to talk to you upstairs. I'm like, what did I do? It's like, I don't know, but make sure you have a union representative with you because they're gonna try to pull some crazy stuff. I was like, what did I do? Like, what do I need that for? And she was like, just go upstairs real quick. I was like, okay. I didn't call my union rep because I know I didn't do nothing wrong. So I'm good off that because I don't need to make an unnecessary scene. I go upstairs, homeboy sitting at the counter like this with like an evil villain with his jaw clenched up and everything, hands on the table, bro, looking mad serious. I'm like, okay. I sit down in the chair. He's like, you know, you've been committing felonies at this store for over 3 weeks. I'm like, felonies? What felonies I commit? I was like, okay, show me the proof, right? He's like, okay. He opens his drawer. He pulls out this gigantic scroll. And there's like 3 dots at the top. Like this, I swear, it's like the dragon scroll from Kung Fu Panda, bro. And there's like 3 lines at the top. And I see a total, it said $14.26. I'm like, what's this? He's like, these are all the sandwiches that you stole from us in the past 3 weeks. I'm like, first of all, I ain't steal no sandwiches. What are you talking about? And then he pulls up his stupid self. Bro, you're not stupid, but like, you pretty dumb for that, bro. I'm not gonna lie. He pulls up the camera footage. Putting in the code. Every single time I use the code, bro, he pulls up the camera footage and me putting in the code. And I'm like, okay, what's wrong with me putting in the discount code? Don't I work here? He's like, no, you're not supposed to use that code. I'm like, okay, well, the manager said I can use the code. I'm an employee here. I can use the discount code if I want to. What's the problem? He's like, nah, that's a felony. You've been stealing the sandwiches. Nobody told you to use that code. If you don't have authorization for me, myself, you're not supposed to use the code. I'm like, so what happens now? Like, I'll pay you back. It's $14. Just take it out of my paycheck real quick. That's like as easy as that. Tell me not to use it again. Take it out of my next paycheck. We Gucci. He's like, nah, I can't let that slide. Literally in his words, I can't let that slide. I'm like, so what you want to do? And he was like, we can either fire you right now and it goes on your record, or you can resign and it doesn't go on your record. I'm like, you got to fire me over $14? How much is that in pounds? Like 12 quid? You know what I'm saying? Like, just, bro, it's a multi-million-dollar company. What you talking about $14 for? I'm like, all right, I'm gonna resign right now. I'm gonna call my mom. Mind you, I just got picked up because this is a morning shift. I just got dropped off to work. I called my mom. I'm like, yo, I need you to come pick me up, mom. She's like, boy, what you do? Boy, what happened? She already screaming at me. She already think I'm doing something wrong already. I'm like, no, I'm gonna tell you when you get. I'm gonna tell you when you get here. So she come back. She pull up. And she stays there. And she want to talk to me. I'm like, yo, you don't got to talk to nobody. Let's just go home. You don't got to talk to nobody about nothing. Let's just go home. So we just go home. And then I get a text from my coworkers and all that from the shift. And they get fired too. I'm like, yo, they really doing a mass firing over $14 worth of sandwiches, bro. And like, I swear to you, they're understaffed. And they were underpaying us too, bro. Like I signed up because I was in the middle of doing homeschooling and all this type of stuff, plus the music, plus TikTok, plus Fortnite. And I signed up for part-time hours and they gave me full-time shifts. So I was working 5 to 9 and some days 9 to 5. And then some days I close, I do 5 to 10. So it was like the whole situation was just crazy, bro. And I was like, you know what? It's a blessing in disguise because that means I get more time to work on music, which I'm already about to make money on. You know what I'm saying? So I'm about to make money on music. I really don't need this job right now. I really just focus on Fortnite, focus on music. So I go home and the next song I make is I think Take Me to the Sun. Take Me to the Sun. I made that song. I put that in the montage. It blows up crazy on SoundCloud. I'm like, oh, that was a sign for sure. I needed to lose that job. So then I'm working on the craft a little more. I decided to hop on TikTok and do something a little different because I was like, the music thing's kind of being stagnant right now. Let me see if I could, because where I'm from, like in the internet culture, I really like memes and making people laugh real. So like in my Fortnite montage, I throw a little meme in there every once in a while, make people laugh. So I decided to do covers. I decided to do Fortnite like chipmunk covers. So the first cover I did was Beyonce. I think it was Blue Ivy or something like that. Ivy Blue, whatever that song was called. And I pitched up my voice so high that I sounded like a chipmunk. And it went crazy overnight. It got like 1.5 million views overnight. I was like, bet, we doing memes now. So I kept doing that for like maybe a few weeks. I'll even pull it up too, just so I can have some reference. Like I was literally just becoming a meme and getting followers like crazy. Let me go all the way down real quick. But as you can see, that's just me covering a Kafune song and putting like the Alvin and Chipmunks over it, and it has like 2.5 million views. And I did that for like months straight. And at the time I had maybe 500,000 followers. I was like, okay, bet it's time to do a little switch up. So I had made this song called Here With Me. I was watching the Disney movie Up, and I got really inspired by Carl and Ellie's kind of relationship in their story and how Ellie dies and Carl has to go to Paradise Falls by himself. I got inspired by that. And I was like, okay, what if I wrote about their relationship, but Ellie stayed alive? And I went to the closet. I was like thinking about Carl and Ellie, and I was like, all right, but I got to think about a relationship as a really old dude and a really old grandma kind of, relationship. And I made this really beautiful ballad called Here With Me. And I kept it in the vault. I was like, okay, this is really, really good. Like, it's one of my best songs. But I had anxiety and I didn't want to put it out because everything I was putting, I was like really sad and stuff like that. So I went back to the closet and I tried to get like in a really, really sad vibe mood. I found another beat on YouTube by this dude named Dan Darmawan, super random. Sound like the instrumental just kind of called to me, kind of just spoke to me. And I went to the closet again, sat down, and I freestyled the entirety of Romantic Homicide in one take. And it was like the first time I really did that. And then after I made that song, I showed it to my mother. And she was like, that song's too violent and too sad. You're not releasing it. My son is not going to be talking about killing people in music. And I was like, I'm going to take that as a challenge, low key, because like every time.
That's exactly what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Romantic homicide. It is fantasizing about unlife.
And see, that's what he did. He wrote the song, and then he had to get him a victim to live it out.
Right. And
Yeah, because they say everything that happened with her is in the song.
Right.
But he wrote the song
got
first.
somebody to look exactly like her.
Yeah. Yeah,
Exactly
trying to
like
throw
her.
off people, trying to be slick.
And okay, that's enough about that. Because we know how he told us exactly how Romantic Homicide came around. Right. And then the other one he talked about.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go ahead and pull him down because now we're going to go ahead and look at the updated report on what's going on from the news. I got it on, where is it?
Yeah, how much more time you got, Pinkie?
Oh, I got about an hour and 50 minutes.
Okay.
Right. Let me see, is it under here? My downloads. You can go ahead and, oh, here it is. Wait, now I got two of them. Which one? Let me see. This one. Here it is right here. You know what? Let me go back and do the other one. I got enough time to do this. This is Court TV. You know how Court TV, they go back and from the very beginning when the phone call started, what the mama said, and get interviews from, you know what I'm saying? They get the police reports and stuff.
Yeah, they go all the way back.
Right. Up until the current.
Yeah, but how long is it?
It's this is 43 minutes. But we're gonna be interjecting in between. So now if you got somewhere to go or you need to drop down, just let me know. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. This is how are David and Celeste contacted. Okay. So we're gonna put this on so this is they did this yesterday. They post this yesterday, so this is new. They went back from the beginning up until now. So this is just made yesterday. And when I saw this when it was dropped, I said I got to put it in my downloads because I want to make sure I'm able to bring this back up. Ooh. I got it right. Okay, y'all ready to see it? This is they just posted this yesterday.
Okay.
Yesterday, guys. So, and they go back and they have the power and the means to go back and get reports and get the interviews and get the docs and all this stuff. I can get the docs. That's no problem. But I can't go ask the mama any questions. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Here we go. Y'all ready?
Welcome to Vinnie Politan Investigates. I'm Julia Janae, filling in for Vinnie Politan tonight. Thank you for being with us. The subject of our investigation is the death of a teenager found inside the car of a popular singer. It's a case surrounded by odd details and coincidences. Here's the story. On September 8th, police responded to a report of a foul odor coming from a car. They made a shocking discovery: human remains, the decomposing body of 15-year-old Celeste Rivas Hernandez. She would have been 15 on the day before she was found, after she was reported missing back in April of 2024. The abandoned Tesla had been parked on a street in LA. It was registered to David Anthony Burke, who goes by David on stage. He got famous on TikTok and has a young following and has been called one of Gen Z's most buzzed about artists, in part because of his hit song, Romantic Homicide, a song that's now raising questions about his connection to Rivas Hernandez, for whom a vigil was held recently. David's world tour has been canceled, and he's possibly now at the center of a homicide investigation. As rumors swirl about how Rivas died and what evidence there may be against David, still no suspects have been named. And as this investigation continues, more and more details pop up online, including this TikTok that went viral, appearing to show Celeste's former teacher talking about her. It's a video that shows an unnamed teacher showing his students a picture of Celeste.
I saw this video, Justice. I saw this video, guys.
Yeah.
And see, these are little details that we're getting ready to it's like almost like they filling in the pieces for us. You see what I'm saying, Jess? You have something to say
Yeah.
right quick?
No, just that that's what I was speaking on, how that teacher had information, but we ain't heard, the parents hadn't contacted the teacher.
No. Oh, Lord, I tell you. So the teacher see a picture of Celeste, and she used to be a student. She used to be a student. Okay.
Saying she used to be a student, and then he describes an alleged connection between her and a musical artist. Take a look.
That's her in my classroom in front of this poster right here. Okay, hold up. I got another one because I got a picture on TMZ of this other kid exchanging stuff with the rapper who we alleged did this stuff. Hold on a second, because he's also in my classroom.
And that gets us to our first question.
That is so educational. He's teaching them do not do what she did.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. I would love to be a fly on the wall in that classroom. Sitting in the back listening.
Our investigation. And what was the connection between David and Celeste Rivas Hernandez? Because that's what has everyone talking about him, though no one has been charged in this case. Here to help us answer that question, we have with us Extra TV senior correspondent Mona Kassar Abdi and psychotherapist and CEO of Life Counseling Solutions, Dr. Janie Lacy. Mona, I want to start with you, also co-host of Off the Record podcast, but I'd like you to be on the record on this and let me know exactly what is it that is bringing David to the forefront of this investigation. We know he hasn't been named by the authorities.
I have not watched this.
Mm-hmm.
But when I saw it, and it was yesterday when I put it in my downloads, it was just hours. Oh, just a few. It was like they just drafted. Ooh, and I said, oh my God, this would be great for my live tomorrow. You know,
Yeah,
because you watch this on TV.
yeah.
Everything. So I said, oh my God, they're gonna have all the information. And so that's why I say that, guys. So I ain't got to say nothing. We're getting ready to learn everything together.
But more and more connections seem to be popping up.
Yeah, Julia. So it is important to know at this point, he is not a suspect and he's not even a person of interest. The cause of death has not even come back. But what has connected him first and foremost is the fact that Celeste's remains were found in a car in the trunk of a Tesla registered under his name. And that we do know that in connection to this investigation, police searched a home that was rented by his manager that he was staying in, that he was connected to as well. Now, regardless of the way you look at the relationship between Celeste and David, which more and more information is coming out, seems to have been a romantic relationship. It is odd given the age difference. She was 14 at the time of her death. He is 20 years old, right? There's a big age gap between the two. What we're realizing is through comments and social media posts that have surfaced is that she was connected to him, messaging him allegedly on sites like Discord, for example, when she was as young as 11 years old. And then from her own mother, from people around them, they have said that there is a Celeste that's in a relationship with David. Her mother, I believe, said that she's in a relationship with someone named David. He has name dropped Celeste in his songs. And then now there's a lot more attention being focused on his songs, his music, because if you listen to the type of music, he's a beautiful voice, but it was kind of dark. It was this dark romantic genre. For example, one of his songs is called—
You said that, Justice. His music, what did you say his music was?
But he said he described it as goth.
Gothic, yeah.
Yeah, that's what he described it.
But it's dark, all right.
It's dark. It's dark. It's evil.
He uses her in her name. People, when he have to have a woman or a girl, he don't fool with women. But when he have to have a young girl in there, he makes sure she look identical to her. A lot of people always the canny resemblance of both of them together.
Well, see, he trying to confuse people. He trying to confuse the popo. He trying to confuse public opinion. That maybe that wasn't her that was with him. Maybe it was that girl. He trying to confuse people, but your song tell the story.
Yes,
and her body amens the story.
Right. And he's walking in one video, blood all over his shirt and everything. He's dragging a body and oh Lord, it's dark. It's dark. He's seen some dark-ish stuff. I don't care what nobody. That music, I listened to a couple of them. They're dark. And the handful I did listen to, why they all are dark. I'm talking about unaliving something or doing something or bludgeoning up or blood or you know what I'm saying? Can you make one and you call it romantic? Can you make one song that, not talking about that?
Romantic homicide. And in it, he says, I killed her in my mind. There is a music video where he is drenched in blood, dragging the body and putting it in the trunk. And so a lot of people are saying now that all of this has surfaced, even though he's not a person of interest, these images seem odd, particularly—
That's the one I was talking about, where he, that white shirt just drenched and he's dragging, and it's like, I watched the whole video. Yes,
but did you see that he takes a casket to every concert?
Yes, that there's no way I'm gonna let my kid, if you like his music, that's one music you ain't gonna be listening to because that's just too dark.
But as my kid, as his mother, how are you allowing him to do all this?
Because I know she watched his
but you know what, Pinkie? The love of money. The love of money.
Your soul.
Sold
they sold.
given what happened to someone that he was connected to. There was a comment on TikTok that somebody left saying, you guys will find out, or, you know, he's in trouble when it surfaces that he's in a relationship with a 13-year-old girl. And so there have been these allegations, there have been these comments that now in hindsight, with everything that's going on in this active investigation, looks like he was in a romantic relationship with Celeste. She was reported missing on Valentine's Day of 2024. So she, for a while now, has not been going back home. We don't know her last whereabouts, but we do know that she was seen with him. And obviously this tragic connection that we have now.
So many strange connections. And Dr. Janie Lacey, before I get to you to just talk about the analysis of what this relationship could have been based on what we know, I do want to play that song that Mona is referencing, the Romantic Homicide song. The music video was posted on his YouTube channel. Take a look.
In the back of my mind, I killed you, and I didn't even regret it. I can't believe I said it, but it's true. I hate you.
And Dr. Lacey, we know there's a lot we don't know yet, and more likely has to come, especially from police, for us to know how much of this is confirmed. But if we have this 11-year-old girl who's reaching out to a musician who is mainly getting his start through TikTok videos, where we know a lot of young people are, and then we have this teacher saying that she ran off with a rapper, a musical artist, suggesting that that could be the person that we're now seeing these photographs of together, the two of them. What's your analysis of what may be going on here?
Well, Julia, what I would suggest is that there's no coincidences, right? So we're going to continue this unfold. But, you know, what I would add is that when we look at, in particular, these relationships involving public figures and young fans, we need to understand there's an inherent power imbalance. As my co-panelists pointed out, the age difference, among other things. So there's a power imbalance that existed when celebrities in particular, especially those like David that have significant social media following, they hold a considerable influence over their admirers. So, you know, let's assume that that's how this relationship started, particularly when they're young and impressible fans like Celeste, right? If we're looking at her from 11 years old. And when I think about teenagers, especially when we are working with teens, they are particularly vulnerable in this developmental stage. So he had a lot of power in this relationship. You know, when we think about teenagers, they're seeking their identity, their belonging, and their validation. So when a celebrity responds or shows them attention, it can feel incredibly significant. And especially to someone who maybe didn't even imagine that they would enter a relationship potentially with a celebrity. So sometimes beyond what even the celebrity may have even intended, you know, I'd want to say that. But, you know, I would say that as a parent, parents need to take heed to some communication, especially in the digital age, because there's so many complications. Social media has.
That is true. Their parent, you said it, Justice. That
I'm telling you.
parent. You need to take an interest in your child, especially when a girl too, and she's 11 years old, talking about she got a boyfriend.
Well, you ain't reported no missing child. You ain't reported no runaway. Then when the kids in the neighborhood getting paid money that don't tell nobody who she messing with, and the teacher got her on, you ain't even contact the teacher to say, what do you know? You heard anything from my daughter? You know anything? Anybody in the classroom know anything? You have did nothing.
The teacher know more than them.
Thank you. So we think. Now wait, we think they might know a lot. They might have been getting cash apps and everything else.
Yeah.
Fundamentally changed.
You see her right there. You see it right there. Just on the curve. On the curve. I wonder who she waiting on.
Our relationships can develop, especially because we have access to people more than we've ever had. So what might potentially have been, physical now is just a matter of, in this case, like Discord or DMing. It can create intimate connection, and it can give people access where they potentially may not have otherwise, Julia. So just are some of my thoughts as potentially in this case.
Yeah, and talking about parents who may not know what's going on some of these social media sites, Mona, I want to ask you about his rise to fame. Is he someone that had the attention of Hollywood at this time? Is he a singer that you could compare him to in terms of his fame and notoriety? Because it seems like he was really becoming popular on social media.
Yeah, is he a household name? I wouldn't say that just yet, but he did have a viral song around 2021, 2022 that if I played it for you and you're on TikTok or Instagram, you're going to immediately recognize it. So he was touring. He has, I believe he's a multi-platinum record artist, but he's obviously not a household name. He's more of an emerging artist. He was obviously on tour. He had to cancel his tour dates when all of this came up, but he was someone who amassed a large social following. And as my co-panelist mentioned, that obviously comes with a lot of power, a lot of fame in the online spaces, particularly with the younger generation. And that Discord exchange that people are starting to look at closely with this woman named Celeste and David, she said that she was 11 and that she wanted to go to his concert and that she was his favorite artist. And the reply was, let's make it happen. Now, it is not verified that that is an actual exchange between the two of them, and those accounts verified to the two of them, but it's things like that that are surfacing that people are looking closely to. Another thing I want to point out, obviously, is with the attention on social media, some people might be jumping the gun. They may be making connections that are not connections at all. They just seem maybe like a story that people want to spin. There's a lot of misinformation going around. I've been seeing people say that this came up, or this is not the real Celeste. There's another Celeste that he was dating. There's a lot of confusion right now because there's so little information that the police have put out. And again, he is not a person of interest. He's not a suspect in this case yet. But obviously with social media, news travels like wildfire. And so people recognize him. He had a large following and they're putting the connections together.
It certainly does. And I want to point out that he has been reportedly cooperating with police. Dr. Janie Lacey, can I ask you real quick before we go, the songs, is it surprising to you if he had a song named Romantic Homicide and it could be involved in a homicide?
Well, Julia, often artists, their music and their art often mirrors realities in their life that inspires their music expression and their artistic expression. So I would lean that there's probably not some coincidences here, especially with the connections that we do know are facts. So I would believe that there's some level of connection and inspiration.
Mona and Dr. Lacey, thanks so much for joining us. We have a lot more ahead coming up next. Could those songs we're talking about be used as evidence?
They don't be used as evidence.
My two best friends were just murdered.
Join me for a Court TV true crime series.
Say what now?
He no longer cooperating with the police. He done shut that down. They done got too close to finding out what's really going down. So he done stopped cooperating.
Right. And it depends on how they define cooperating.
Yeah,
Police.
Mhm.
Is he cooperating with them through his attorney, letting his attorney speak for him? You see what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Letting them, because we know they searched the house that he had. So do they mean? Is he cooperating by doing that?
Well, he didn't cooperate on that because they got a subpoena and did that.
Yeah, they got a subpoena.
They didn't ask his permission.
Right. But is he cooperating through his attorney, letting his attorney speak for him while he's taking the fifth? He ain't saying nothing. He only talking to his attorney is talking with the police on his behalf and for his client. So they won't feel. And is he taking steps with nobody knowing it, trying to get out of Dodge?
Thank you. Is he finna pull a Simpson and go to Dubai or somewhere?
What's that man name that
That's
Ron brother? What's his name?
Yeah, Reverend Ron brother.
Yeah.
Going to Dubai.
Right. He getting ready to. He got enough money because in those countries, even what he's living off, paying a $20,000 a month rent. $20,000 in those countries will last you for a whole year. You can pay up a house payment for a whole year.
Not to change the subject, but just to give you something to check on, Pinkie. You know they're having a hearing today on Dittler.
Dittler sentencing supposed to be October the 3rd.
No, not that one. They trying to get him out right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was live this morning.
Okay.
They they met with the judge to say that the charge of the tooting thing that they charged him with, that's illegal. He was just making movies.
Okay. Well, I'll look into that. I know TMZ had said something about him. I'm not sure what it was.
Yeah.
I didn't go into it. Hi, Rosalind Russell. Russell Simmons. Yes.
Yeah, that's him. That's him.
I could not remember his name for the life of me.
I couldn't remember the first name.
I know, but it's like I know his family. I know
Mm-hmm.
Kimora,
Yeah.
ex-husband, but I couldn't
Mm-hmm.
remember his name, and I
Yeah.
couldn't remember his daughter's names. Isn't that strange? I can remember
Mm-hmm.
her names, but I couldn't remember his name.
Mm-hmm.
Russell Simmons. Yeah, he pulled a Russell Simmons on him. Yeah, and pulled one of these other things. Where the man that adopted a daughter, and
Mm-hmm.
then he started sleeping, and then he married
Yeah.
the daughter,
Yeah.
divorced his wife and married her. Now they because and she was a teenager, a kid.
Yeah.
When
She
he
was a
started
kid.
with her.
They adopted her as a little child.
Right now he's have to live out of the country because with her because he married her and fooled around with her when she was a teenager.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so they'll get him. So he don't live here no more with her.
Mm-mm.
Living out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what happened. So we don't know. And actually, he had said, was it him or somebody else? 5 years. Let me see. Oh no, that was another rapper. That was a rapper.
Mm-hmm.
Saying 5 years. But he talked about being on an island where he won't have a cell phone in all of this uh, in 5 years. He talked about that because he was in an interview and somebody asked him where do he see himself in 5 years. He talking about on an he's moving. He's going to be on his own island and stuff. But no, he's going to go off the grid where no cell phones, no electronics, no nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever that girl's supposed to be, and I think it's supposed to be Celeste.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder what song is that.
That is a clip from David's song, Where Did It Go Wrong? Uploaded to his YouTube channel. Real question in our investigation is where did it go wrong for Celeste Rivas Hernandez? Her body was found inside of the vehicle of this singer. And even though he has not been charged in this case, it's raising a lot of public scrutiny and questions.
And yes,
especially
guys, he have not been arrested yet as of now. And let me just check to make sure while we're doing this live, because I'd love to get stuff fresh. So if they getting ready to arrest him, I want to break it right now. So while we're watching this, I'm going to check.
At this resurfaced interview clip that many are finding interesting. It's David speaking with Mahogany in March, talking about how he makes his music videos, and listen to how he describes an alter ego of his.
Yeah, alter ego.
An evil version of me named Tommy, which means pain in Japanese. And he wears his blind.
That's the video we was just watching.
Yeah, but this here he describing about his alter ego named Atami, which means pain in Japanese.
Oh Lord, oh Lord.
Look at his face. Look at him.
Yeah, he
Demon.
got some dark side. He got a I actually created. Let me just show you all this. I created this. Let me see. Can I find it? Oh, it's called. Let me see. Is this it? Let me see. I'm looking for it right now. Let me see. Is it? I don't know whether this is it. Let me just see. This is a. Here it is, right here. This is a thumbnail I created because I was going to do another video, and y'all see what it says, David, an evil version of myself that will kind of come out. Did he unalive Celeste? And that little quote, an evil version of myself that was kind of come out, he actually said that. He actually said that. So I took what he said and put it on there, and I made a thumbnail. This thumbnail I have not used yet because I was planning on using it in another video, another live that I'm going to do about it. So when y'all see this, Pinkie haven't used this one yet, but that's something that he said, and I hope he said right now while we're doing this thing. But he got this evil part of him that comes out.
Unfold, and he's basically an agent of chaos and kind of my alter ego. And the story of the manga went like I was a detective, and there was an evil version of myself that would kind of come out at random moments.
Did
Kind
he
of like,
just what I just see what he just said?
Yep.
That was an evil version of himself, of myself that would come out, and that one I just
At
put there.
random times.
Right. An evil version of myself that will kind of come out. See there?
Mm-hmm.
Come out. He said it.
Yeah.
That's why I got that thumbnail to make this thumbnail from.
Mm-hmm.
He said, and I said to myself when I heard him say that on something else I was watching, I said,
Mm-hmm.
that's that demon. That's
Yeah,
that
that's
demon
what they do. That's a demon.
Right. And so I said, let me take his exact words and make a thumbnail from. That's what I did. And I was going to do a version of showing I even got the words to the song I showed him yesterday for Romantic Homicide. And we was going to look through those songs and not look through it, but the lyrics of it.
Yeah.
And go through it and stuff like that. That was me thinking the demon. You know how I did the demon part of Martell, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I was going to do the demon part of him.
Mm-hmm.
Use his own words and do a demon video of that demon coming out of him. And I still haven't done it yet, so y'all be looking for it. Who knows? I may do it tonight, or I may do it tomorrow.
Fight Club with Tyler Durden, and he would commit the crimes that I would have to solve as a detective.
See that?
David has songs that include Romantic Homicide and Body in a Trunk. So that gets us to the next question in our investigation.
Body in a Trunk?
I told you his songs is just put it out there. He put the song and he did it. And some of them he wrote the song after he did it.
Yeah.
That's all he doing is telling his story.
Do you know what? I'm getting ready to write that one down. Body in a Trunk.
Uh-huh.
You know why I'm getting ready to write that one down? Because I haven't seen that video. Body in a Trunk. I got to watch. Maybe part of that video that I'm gonna do with that evil side that comes out.
Yeah, the other day they reported he started erasing stuff off of the internet and stuff. He went to start erasing stuff, trying to hide stuff. You can't hide nothing from the FBI. You can't hide nothing.
Right. He's deleting it where if you don't know how to because every video got a code with I forgot what you call it. But anyway, if you police gonna know how to do it, but a lot
FBI.
of savvy computer people knows how to go back and dig it up and find it.
Yeah, the FBI, he can't hide nothing. They'll be able to tell him everything he ate for breakfast. He ain't gonna hide nothing from the popo.
Right. But they don't realize a lot of people screenshot stuff before you delete it. So they already got it. A lot of people on social media with they already got that. So no matter what, even he deleted and we can't find it, other people still got it.
That's
so
right.
Just watch it from theirs. Yeah.
David's songs be used as evidence if there is a case against him. Here to help us with this investigation is celebrity lawyer Chris Melcher. Chris, thanks so much for weighing in on this one. Let's talk about this singer. And I want you first to react to that interview clip. If this case became one where we have charges and if we're in front of a jury, do you think a statement like that from him would be admissible evidence?
Well, Julia, we've seen in many of these prosecutions against artists attempts to use their art, whether it's a song lyric or other artistic expression, as some kind of evidence of guilt. And that's become very difficult. In California, where if there were a case brought, that's where it would be. We have evidence code 352.2, which says that there's really minimal relevance or importance to song lyrics unless the song was written close in time to the event, or if it had information that wasn't publicly available, or that it was distinctive about what was said in the song versus what happened in the alleged crime.
The song was written when he had the young girl with him. So, or when he was talking to her or dating her. So that's during that time. He was just not all psychotic people do it right away. Some of them wait. Because that's their prey. They like to see they prey, and they like to hurt their prey. So sometimes you stay alive for a long time until you piss them off.
Crime versus the potential that the jury would be confused that this is just stereotypical evidence of guilt. So I think it's going to be difficult.
Yeah, we've seen lyrics in some situations come into the picture. In the case against Jeffrey Williams, aka Young Thug, in the YSL trial, they were able to use lyrics. And I want to particularly, Chris, let you listen to one of these clips from a song called Body in the Trunk. It's a music video. It was uploaded in February to David's YouTube channel, and it shows him in a costume where he is dragging a body. Take a look.
The heavier the rain, the heavier the snow, the heavier the weight, after watching you go.
Let's bring back into the conversation Chris Melcher, and former federal prosecutor and president of the West Coast Trial Lawyers. Nima Rahmani is joining us now. Nima, got to get your reaction to that one. We've got a case. He's not been charged, but a body found inside of the trunk of his car. And we have there this music video, not saying that it is anything more than a coincidence, but what do you think, if there are charges in this case, as to whether or not that could be evidence?
Julia, Chris is absolutely right. I mean, California does have a higher threshold. You can't use artistic lyrics, rap lyrics, oftentimes in criminal cases, unless there's a clear nexus to the crime. In this particular case, David may have some problems because there's a song called Romantic Homicide. I'm not saying that's going to be enough, but there's also an unreleased song named Celeste. I think that is going to be a particular problem. If the song title or the lyrics have a clear connection to the case where it can be an admission, then that's going to come in. You can't use song lyrics in general to show someone is violent or they're part of some gang culture. But if there's a specific admission in a song, I think a judge may rule that it's actually going to come in this case. And obviously Celeste is not an uncommon name, but certainly the fact that the victim, or at least the alleged victim here, is named Celeste and there's a song about her, I think a judge is probably going to rule that that's going to come in.
Well, let's take a listen to that song, Nima, because that, like you said, was a leaked, unreleased song of David. So it wasn't one of his wildly popular
You know what,
ones. Justice?
I love the thing. They're breaking these songs down for us. They're showing clips of it. Ooh. I don't have to keep pulling up different videos. They just got it all for me right here.
Who knows if he wanted it out in the public, but it's about someone named Celeste, created in September of 2023. So this would have been about 5 months before Celeste Rivas Hernandez was reported missing. So do you agree with Nima that that song, even though it isn't as explicit as Romantic Homicide and the one about the body in the trunk when it relates to murder, but it's still one that bears the name that connects perhaps to our victim here?
Well, that's right. There seems to be a connection, but there's plenty of other evidence that we've heard about that connects these two together in some kind of relationship that they have. So my sense is that a prosecutor is not going to want to take the risk of an appeal, or the judge won't want to see an appeal be successful. So these may not see the light of the day if there were ever a trial. And also note that the Romantic Homicide video or song was, I think, 3 years before this incident, and the Body in the Trunk one was, many months before her death apparently occurred. So I think it's going to be difficult to get these songs in, honestly.
Yeah, Nima, does that timing impact things in terms of when he was recording these? Because could there also be the argument that someone knew this about him and could perhaps have framed him?
Well, let's not forget, I mean, at least according to Celeste's middle school teacher, she had run away once before with someone named David, and she was returned by law enforcement. Obviously, this is an early investigation, but it seems like, at least according to what's been reported and what we're seeing on social media and what the news outlets here locally in LA are reporting, is that there is some history between these two, at least allegedly, right? So the fact that a song was written months or even years earlier may still cover the time period of the relationship. Celeste Rivas may have known David from the time she was
exactly
as young.
What I said. These songs was made when she was with him.
Yeah,
Maybe even 14. So this is something, or perhaps even earlier. So this still may fit within the time frame here. And again, I agree with Chris. There's plenty more evidence in this case. Obviously, search warrants have been executed. Finding a body in the trunk of a car that yours, you're the registered owner. That's a big problem, and that's much more smoking on evidence, especially the fact that the body is dismembered in the front. So the prosecution may not need this in this case, but it's certainly not outside the time frame, at least that has been reported.
Chris, real quick before we have to go, why don't we have an arrest yet in this case, in your opinion?
Well, I think the detectives are going to take their time and gather evidence and look at cell phones, look at other people who may have known about the relationship, put pressure on them. They can take their time. He's not going anywhere.
Chris Melcher, thank you so much for joining us. Ima Romani is staying with us. We are going to talk more about this case on the other side of this break. Question is, what happened to Celeste Rivas Hernandez?
That's not the question. We already know what happened to her. She was put in the trunk, dismembered, and she's unalive. We ain't know what happened to her. We know.
Right. We know.
Question is, who did it and when you're going to arrest him? That's my
That's
question.
what everybody's waiting on.
Yeah.
Who? We're waiting on the arrest because I think
Thank
we
you.
already
Yeah,
know
we
who
know
did
who did it, but since y'all gonna play crazy, I mean, they arrested OJ quicker than that. Come on now.
Mm-hmm.
Come on now. Nah, what you waiting on? Yeah, he should be locked up while you gathering evidence. He shouldn't even be able to be eating no home cooked meal.
He should be in there with the business.
We continue our investigation into the possible connection between a popular singer and the death of a teenage girl. As many questions remain about her death, here's a look at the story.
Yeah.
Nearly a year and a half after she was reported missing, the decomposing remains of a teenager, Celeste Rivas Hernandez, were found in the trunk of an abandoned Tesla. She would have been 15 on the day before she was found. The Tesla had been abandoned on a street in LA and was registered to David Anthony Burke, who goes by the name David, spelled D4VD. He got famous on TikTok. His rise in popularity led to a world tour. He has a hit song called Romantic Homicide, and he's now possibly at the center of a homicide investigation. As family members held a vigil for Celeste Rivas Hernandez, questions remain about her connection to David and what evidence there may be against him. Some are pointing out details from multiple music videos that reference death, murder, and perhaps Celeste Rivas Hernandez herself. Still, no suspects have been named. And though things have been pretty limited in what we've gotten from police in this case, the medical examiner's office has shared some information, including the medical examiner report at this stage. It's initial, it is not full, but they list.
Oh, so we're gonna. Okay, you see that, Justice?
Yeah.
Oh Lord. Okay. Oh, good information.
Out that the manner of death has not been determined. It's left blank on the form. And the cause is shown as deferred, pending additional investigation. In terms of the body status, they say that that body has been released. That means to the family of Celeste Rivas. And we also have this statement from the Los Angeles County Medical Examiner that says, quote, the decedent was found severely decomposed inside of a vehicle on September 8th of 2025, and she appears to have been deceased inside of the vehicle for an extended period of time before being found. So with that information, it brings us to the next question in our investigation. And that is, what happened to Celeste Rivas Hernandez? Based on what we have so far, what do we know? Here to help us answer that question is entertainment journalist Shishi Yang and board-certified forensic pathologist Dr. Priya Banerjee. Thank you both for weighing in on this case for us. Dr. Priya, let me start with you. When you see that medical examiner's report and we have that the cause of death is deferred and nothing listed for manner, but the body has been released, what does that say to you?
So no doubt this is a very complex case. And what we're dealing with is, with this advanced decomposition that they are now highlighting, we have to seek alternative methods to even test for routine items or routine aspects of the case, like toxicology. And usually when I handle decomposed remains, there's forensic anthropology involved as well. So it's not unusual to me that it's not a slam dunk right off the bat. This is a very common practice. Deferred may not be the language. I usually use pending further studies, which sort of encompasses everything that needs to be tested. So I think that's where we stand. And I don't usually issue a manner of death with a blank cause of death or vice versa. So, both of them being deferred or pending, whatever the language may be, is consistent. Now, how we get to what happened to her, given the advanced state of decomposition, I think is going to be very challenging. So we have to see what they get in their data and analysis from that.
Yeah, Shishi, let's talk about that, because the reporting initially said things like decomposition and even dismembering. We haven't heard that as much now. Of course, police not sharing a lot and the medical examiner only sharing bits and pieces. But what are you hearing in terms of the state of this body that was located?
Absolutely horrible, Julia. I know LAPD is doing a lot of things close to the chest. In my opinion, Celeste Rivas Hernandez, she was a 14-year-old who was completely failed by our system. Almost everyone in her life who was supposed to protect her. Her decomposing body was found in on September 8th, just a day after what should have been her 15th birthday. And when LAPD quickly realized that this was a test that was registered to one of the hottest up-and-coming artists, David, that's when we started hearing more about Celeste Rivas Hernandez. Her name started popping up all over the headlines. So here's what we do know so far.
All right, we're having a bit of trouble, Gigi, with your sound. So let me bring back in Priya Banerjee and talk about this medical examiner's report. And you mentioned this, the decomposition. And I asked this of Gigi, so I want to ask your opinion as well. We thought there may have been some issue with dismemberment, but with the body being released, do you think that that means that they do have the complete body, for lack of a better term, or would they have held on to that if the police were still looking?
Justice, that is a good question. And we was wondering that ourselves during this when we was talking about whether they got the whole body or should they wait for a funeral or going away service or something, because if they did release the body, it just so they didn't have the legs and arms, remember? They only had the head and the torso. Are you there, Justice? Okay, she may have stepped away. I'm going to go ahead and finish playing.
Looking for parts.
Sure. So in general, we try to release the body out of respect to the family as soon as possible. So that usually needs identification to be performed as well as the actual examination. Now, in my prior dismemberment cases, I have kept, if it's truly dismemberment, I've kept ends of bones to try to analyze them for tool marks. And that's where this gets to be a very sophisticated, much more extended examination rather than a regular autopsy. But you can keep a small sliver because that's what's called tool mark analysis. If we have a candidate weapon, to see if that's the weapon that matches on the bone, it basically carves out the bone and leaves like a mirror image stamp on it. But there's no reason to hold the entire body. We can take small samples for a microscopic examination if needed, blood samples, but there's no reason to hold the whole body. The only time the release of a body, especially in decomposition that's delayed, I would say, is purely for identification purposes. We need to know who this is. And once that's done and the examination is done with adequate sampling, the body can be released.
Okay, and Gigi's still with us. I want to let you finish what you were saying because it was fascinating about what may have been missed in this case, because she was 13 when she went missing and reported missing, but it's been over a year that this has been the status.
Absolutely. And, David is an artist who has really built his entire following and his fame on social media. So when you have someone that got big because of TikTok, it's really easy for the ecosystem and the internet that built you, all the fans, to go back to see every single digital clues and evidence that you may have left behind, every single post, every single photo, every single video. And what the fans are discovering is really, really alarming. So David had a big online community on Discord where he with all the fans, talked to them every day, and fans were quick to point out that there was a user on Discord. Her username has now been deleted, but this was someone called Celeste. Now, we don't have any confirmation that this is our Celeste, the victim, but if that is the case, that means Celeste was on Discord talking to David as early as fall of 2022, which means she would have been barely 12 at the time, and he was 17. So to me, and I think to everyone, this is not a love story if this is true. This is grooming, and it is disgusting. It is absolutely alarming. And what is shocking to me is the fact that it seems like everyone around Celeste, the mother, right, told police that she was aware that Celeste had a boyfriend named David, even though there's no confirmation that this is David the artist. The brother told the press that the last time they saw Celeste, she was going to the movies with her boyfriend David. And in that video that we saw of Celeste's teacher earlier in the show, he said that Celeste was going to school, telling everyone about her relationship with an artist. She was going to go see this artist in LA, and her classmates knew about it. And in that video, it was also shocking that the teacher was also claiming a few of Celeste's classmates were even allegedly blackmailing David for hush-hush money to keep it quiet, right? That he was dating a minor. So to me, it's really disheartening to see how many people could have really protected this child before it was too late.
Yeah, and when you mention all of those details, we also have to emphasize he has not been charged. He is reportedly cooperating with police, but there could potentially be many charges.
You mentioned about the Herschel.
I told you, where was the parents? They ain't did nothing. I think he was giving them money the same way he was giving them kids money.
Right. Oh, Lord. Oh, my Lord. This is... I'm going to just let the lady in the
There's not just one connected to this body found in his trunk. I want to read something that was reported on by Kevin Wong with Yahoo Entertainment. And this involves what you're talking about, Shishi, with the sightings of Celeste in some of the work of David. So her mother, as you mentioned, claimed that he was dating someone. She was dating someone named David at the time of her disappearance. There's a photo showing David the singer in Lake Elsinore prior to her disappearance. That's only a short walk from where she lived. We also have photos of David the singer with a girl who looks a lot like Celeste, dating back to the time before she went missing. And in a lot of them, this unidentified female is covering her mouth, partially obscuring her face, either with a bag or a hoodie. And the clearest look we get is in a video of David the singer, where again, he's with a girl who looks a lot like Celeste, and he's answering questions on a live stream. He instructs the moderators to delete that evidence once the stream is over. Dr. Priya, going back to the forensics of this, we know that there's not been
that
anything.
means he knew what he was doing.
He knew what he was doing.
And I saw that video. She had that designer scarf that he wears on his head. She had one on her head with a hoodie over it, and she had a purse, a handbag. You can only see a little of her face, but you can see it enough to know that was her.
Yeah.
So I'm going to leave this exactly where we left off. So if I come back tonight or tomorrow, I'm not going to touch this. I'm going to leave it at exactly what I'm going to put left off.
Okay.
So we can finish this, because actually I like how they did doing a breakdown of this. I truly like it.
I wonder why the popo ain't saying nothing. That's unusual.
That is true. They ain't saying a word.
Nothing. At least they would come out and just have a open mic and answer a few questions. You know, we can't talk about that right now, but blah, 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 blah. They ain't saying nothing.
They do need to have a press conference.
Yes.
I totally agree. So
Yeah.
So people can let people know they are seriously about what they're doing, and tell us why they haven't arrested him.
Yeah, and let us know that they didn't talk to the teacher. Did you talk to the kids who he was giving money to shut up?
Answer questions. They need to be where they can give us a press conference, update us on everything, and then tell us why there is no arrest.
Exactly.
Okay.
Because if they don't even have evidence, if they crazy enough not to know that he unalived that baby, at least you know he was messing with her when she was a minor.
And let us know that. Let us know that, because all the detectives that are these YouTubers and TikTokers and social media people, we're all on it. You become a detective yourself.
But you know what, Pinkie? What I think, if she had blonde hair and blue eyes, it'd be helicopters, it'd be everything. They probably have him on a tree. You know what I'm saying?
No, you've been in there with Diddy.
Thank you.
With no bail.
Thank you. Thank
no
you.
Bail.
That's right. But because she is a Hispanic descent, I don't think they really are running.
Not running at all. Well, Justice, thank you for coming up. We got about 2 or 3 minutes. Thank you so much for coming up. This case is big in the media.
Yeah, and Pinkie, T.I.'s son, you know, he got arrested and got beat down.
Yeah, I got the whole video, the dash cam video.
Yeah, saw that. But they say he in a coma now, you know, so they beat him real bad. They say that they think they did a essay on it.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna one day when I get a chance, but I got all these criminals.
They coming out, ain't they, Pinkie? The criminals coming out.
The criminals are coming out, just like Cat Williams says. Oh Lord, it's keeping me busy. But I got another story I want to drop to you all. It's really heartbreaking, and I think I'm going to do that one. Give me a couple hours, guys. I want to bring that story to you all.
Okay.
Give me a couple hours. I'm going to bring this story. Please come back, because this is about a woman that was by her son. That's all I'm going to say. Guys, thank you all for being here. Thank you, Justice. I'm getting ready to go, and you all know how we do it. Y'all know how we do it when we get ready to leave. Y'all have a great day. Let me just play my music going out. Oh, let me find that. Here it is. Thank you all, and I'll see you all next time. All right. Bye-bye.